Hello, here we are with an unboxing and hands-on with the Acer Liquid E2 Duo. Now the box we've got here isn't the final production box. This is a white box sample unit that we've been provided by Acer, but you'll be able to get the idea of the actual device which is here, which we'll come back to in just a moment. Let's take a look at what else you might expect to find in the box, albeit this may differ on the final production one. We've got a battery here, and it has a 2000 milliamp hour capacity. We've got a 3-pin UK mains adapter with a USB port on there for connecting the provided USB cable to. So here is the USB to micro USB cable we can use for sync and charging of the device. And there is a set of in-ear headphones. They look fairly cheap with an inline microphone and a 3.5mm headphone jack there. Definitely look like you will want to use your own headphones rather than those. So here is the device itself. So if we turn it over and start on the back, because we're going to have to remove the back cover to place the battery here. Now we've got a rather unusual looking back cover here. So we've got the rear facing camera here with an 8 megapixel camera. We've got autofocus, LED flash and a microphone. And then we've got two rather standout speakers here, and that's to give you the best sound possible from this Acer device that's got DTS technology built in. It's going to be personal opinion whether you like that and whether the sound really justifies the look. Personally, I don't think the design really flows. I can kind of see they've raised it up a little bit to be in line with the camera, but the positioning's all a bit out and it just goes away from traditional smartphone design here a little bit. But here we go, we can remove the back cover. There's a little recess down here at the bottom. And if we pull this off, here we've got the battery compartment and we've got a micro SD card slot and a SIM card slot. Now we have the single SIM variant, but there are variants that have dual SIM capability as well. So if we pop in the battery and replace the back cover, and we'll get this device booted up. Now this device is set to retail for less than £200, so it's designed to be at the lower end of the scale. And the big standout feature is the 4.5 inch QHD display with a resolution of 960 by 540. So if you want a budget device with a big screen, then this is the one that you could potentially be considering. So we've got the Acer logo at the top here, we've got a speaker, nice sort of swooping design here, little accent of red just in there if you can pick that up. We've then got a 2 megapixel front facing camera. Now that rear camera we talked about, it does actually record in HD, which is nice, and here is the touch screen. Down at the bottom we got the back, home and then your menu button. Slightly unusual layout in comparison to some devices that usually have the menu button over here. Press and hold the home key normally to see your running apps, etc. So you can flick through your home screens as you kind of expect with this device. You can't pinch on the screen like that. You actually have to press and hold to get your screen options there. Now before we go any more into the software, let's take a look around the side of the device. So we've got the volume up and down key just here. Coming to the bottom of the device, we've got the micro USB port for sync and charging just there. We've got that recess for removing the back panel. Around the other side, it's completely flush, and you can actually see it's a bit of a fingerprint magnet. We have had hands on with this already, but it's quite glossy and it's picking up our fingerprints. We've got 3.5mm headphone jack just up here on the top, and then we've got the power button as well. So this actually weighs in at 140 grams and it measures 131 by 68 by 9.9 in terms of thickness, and that's millimeters there. So at the home screen we've got a fairly familiar Android sort of setup. So we've got the apps tray where you've got a lot of your apps pre-installed, and you've got your widgets up here as well. Now you can expect all your contacts, your calendar, you've got Chrome web browser, you've got your gallery, your FM radio, you've got a file manager, Facebook, Google+. You kind of see where we're going with this. A lot of it is fairly straightforward. You've actually got Polaris Office pre-installed as well, you've got a to-do list, YouTube and wireless input, all there, and you've got the sort of same manage app and system settings as you'd kind of expect on an Android device. We can scroll down from the top to get quick access to our notification bar. We can jump in here to quick access certain things like our Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. And then we can come through right into the settings. So let's go down to about the phone, and you can see this is also known as the V370, and currently it's running Android version 4.2.1. We've got a schedule power on and off, which is a nice feature for some people. I know quite a lot like that. So you can turn it off at night and turn it on at certain times in the morning. You can add all your various different accounts, be it an Acer cloud account, you've got your Google, your Facebook, and maybe your corporate account as well. Language and input, be sure to check out our YouTube channel for videos showing that. You've got your location controls on here. Storage. So out of the box on this device, you actually get 4 gig of internal storage with a gig of RAM. So we can see that this has actually been split down here. So we've got 2.35 gig and 1.65 gig there. So available on this 1.65 gig, we've got apparently 1.65 gig available to us there. And here we've got 878 megabytes, so some for internal apps and the rest sort of for your other apps that you'll actually download. We've got the display settings, so you can control your color theme. If we went for raspberry, for example, it goes and changes the layout of the menu. You can change your wallpaper. You've got rotation, brightness, and you've got automatic brightness here as well, or you can manually control it. So let's go and put it up to full brightness there, font size, sleep and screen out, etc. Oh, in actual fact, what I should show you there in the display is you've got the ability to share your screen with another device there if it's got the appropriate technology actually built into it. Now you've got DTS sound, which is enabled out of the box, where you can control the treble, the bass, the music settings to get the most from these two rear facing speakers. So let's come out of that. You've then got audio profiles, so reminiscent of older phones, but you know, certain customized settings that you can use. Let's go into the sound and just play you something simple here, and actually you can see it's asking us to configure either SIM 1 or SIM 2 here. Now this is the single SIM device, so it's interesting that hasn't actually been grayed out here, but let's go in here and see what we can do, and let's just play you. So that's actually at full volume. It's not perhaps the best example of the speakers, but you're never going to get a true justification of what the sound is like out of these speakers. I could feel the vibration through the device, and it sounded a little bit tinny. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, having heard the likes of the HTC One, etc. But it's probably not going to be the best device for audio, but perhaps better audio than you might get out of devices at this price point normally. So you've got your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, that's all sort of on board. I'm not going to show you the web browser. I mean, that's fairly straightforward, but you've got your messaging. Again, I don't need to explain that, but you can orientate that in portrait and landscape mode, up to you. You've got your phone dialer. You can see the Raspberry theme has now come through the device. Of course, this syncs up with your SIM card or your Google account if you've got that connected. Let's just jump into the camera quickly and show you some of the features. So it's actually just showing us a quick demo here. And then we're into the camera. Now it's a fairly basic camera sort of setup here. So we can click that to get standard camera up. We can turn the flash on and off here. We can flick between the front and rear facing camera. We've got the option for HDR here, so that's quite nice. We can switch that on and off. And then we've got I think that's sort of like a beauty kind of facial shot recognition option there. We've got panorama, multi-angle view image, Got scene options, face detection or smile detection there. Looks like this is some sort of favorite configuration option, and then other settings here. Got shutter for taking stills. And then we've got video recording here as well. So it's actually put the video light on there based on our sort of settings. Let's just pop into the settings and show you we've got different effects that we can actually put on the video. We've got white balance control. Within here, we can change the picture size. So it's 8 megapixels, whether it's preview size, we control the ISO, face detection, 0 shutter delay. Under the video, we can switch on the microphone. We've got time lapse, video quality, where we can set that up to high, and that's supposed to be 1080p. It's a shame that it doesn't actually specify what that quality is within that menu, but that could come through a software update. So that's a quick look at the Acer Liquid E2 Duo. For more information, check out our blog, blog.clove.co.uk, or our website, clove.co.uk. Thanks for watching.